You can't get out here, sir.
So if Willow's doing this, something's freaking her out. Hey.
That's a little bit of wood. I mean, if I had something.
I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he got hypothermia and frostbite. That much noise. It was not a bird. It was not birds. What the?
Camping often begins with quiet roads, open skies, and the promise of escape. But one mountain detour becomes a deadly snowstorm, leaving a woman fighting to survive in 6 feet of snow. In another case, a camper smells blood and hears something circling her tent in the desert. When the silence suddenly changes during camping, would you trust logic or trust your instincts and leave before it's too late? In January 2025, a solo backpacker from the YouTube channel Nomad Unknown began her first trip of the year. She set out alone into one of the most infamous stretches of wilderness in Arizona. Her channel was known for peaceful trail footage and calm, informative narration. It had never documented anything like this. What began as a quiet, carefully organized hike through sunburned canyons and dry riverbeds gradually shifted into something far more disturbing.
Water rolling down my face. It's not tears, it's sweat. I'm trying to wear like sun shirts and things like that to protect my skin, but it's just too hot for that. And I'm gonna get a heat-related illness. There's the parking lot down there, and looks like I've crested this ridge. Unfortunately, the map I have is not in tremendous detail. It was the smallest scale map I could find. I had to search pretty hard for that one, and this route that I'm doing also does not exist as a ready-made route, so I am just following my mapped route.
The desert felt silent, not calm, but silent in a way that seemed unnatural. The only sounds were the crunch of her boots over loose gravel and the faint wind brushing through brittle plants. As she moved deeper into the canyon, something drew her attention.
What is this? Like bloody tracks, some sort. All the way. Well, we should definitely follow them. Of course, they're leading in the other direction. Is there a crime scene up here? Weird. I don't see an origin. Oh, here's more. Through here. Let's see. Here they continue. Let's follow. That's a long way. Okay. It's up there. Actually, there are still some faint signs of blood along the trail here. Nothing here. Oh, there's some on a rock right there where my head shadow is. Huh. There we go.
A dark smear marked a rock. Nearby, faint paw prints crossed the trail and disappeared into the brush. She crouched to study them. Her voice remained steady and analytical. She assumed it was likely a predator, possibly a mountain lion or a coyote dragging prey. Still, the scene lingered in her thoughts. Later that afternoon, she pitched her tent beside a spring, a rare water source in the dry landscape. As the sun dipped below the canyon walls, the atmosphere shifted. It felt denser, charged.
Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous about this camp. Maybe it's just been such a long time since I've camped out in a tent in a place that I'm not familiar with. But also part of my logical mind, I'm here because of the proximity to water, and the wild animals that live in this area have the same interest. And when I first got here, I heard some rustling of what I'll say is a mammal up the hill just away. Also, just in the tree right above my tent is bird feathers, and looks like something happened to the bird. And there's also an odor. I don't know if somebody just didn't handle their business properly and did it too close to camp. I don't know if I'm smelling an animal or something, but I'm a little bit disturbed, but get out of here. Okay, whatever that is, it is not intimidated by me, and I can't see anything, but I can hear it. I got 1 liter of water. I'm getting out of here. I'm not staying here tonight. Are you freaking kidding me? It's not even dark yet. Yeah. I heard some stuff when I first got there, and I figured I had scared it away. And even though it smelled weird and I was feeling nervous, I was like, mind over matter. Whatever that animal was making that much noise. It was not a bird. It was not birds. And it was not intimidated by me at all.
A metallic scent hung close to the ground. When she looked up, she saw scattered feathers caught in the branches above her campsite. Then she heard it. At first, it was subtle, a steady movement in the brush. It did not fade or retreat. It seemed to circle. Instinct overpowered logic. She did not wait for darkness. She quietly packed up, dismantled her camp, lifted her pack, and left. Some viewers believe she unknowingly camped near a fresh kill and that the mountain lion responsible had returned. Many still wonder what might have happened if she had stayed 1 more hour. If you felt that presence circling your tent, would you trust logic or trust your instinct and leave? On November 29, 2012, Paula and her 44-year-old boyfriend, Roderick Clifton, were staying at his mother's home in Citrus Heights, California. That day, Paula's mother had invited them to dinner, so they packed up and began the long trip, more than 100 miles to Gardnerville, Nevada. They drove through the mountains, stopping a few times to take in the scenery. Even with those breaks, they were still on schedule to arrive well before dinner. Rod chose to make a short detour to Burnside Lake, and that was when everything started to unravel. The road was blocked by a gate and heavy ice, clearly closed for the season. But Rod, familiar with the area from past summer visits and eager to test his Jeep in the snow, drove around the barrier, a decision that would soon carry serious consequences. At first, nothing seemed wrong, and they reached the lake around 7 p.m. However, the snow was far deeper and softer than they had anticipated. When they attempted to turn the Jeep around, the front left tire became stuck. Hours of effort to free it led nowhere. As the temperature dropped quickly from the 60-degree weather they had left behind, they realized they were not prepared to spend the night. Dressed only in fall clothing, short on food, and without cell service, they stayed inside the Jeep as a powerful snowstorm swept in. The next day, November 30th, Rod decided to search for help. He left on foot through waist-deep snow for what would have been nearly a 6-mile journey, assuring Paula he would return within a few hours. He never came back. Paula was left to survive alone. She rationed a few green tomatoes she had brought, used snow for water, and wrapped herself in every blanket and article of clothing she could find. The freezing temperatures, the storm, and the isolation steadily eroded her hope. By December 1st, she used the last battery life in her camera to record a message for her family, uncertain whether anyone would ever locate her.
Hi, Mom, my voice. It is now Sunday morning, and the snow has not let up. It's about 6.5 feet deep, I think. I'm eating a green tomato a day. I'm eating as much snow as I can remember to, and trying to stay warm. I just want to come home. Rod left Friday morning. Today's Sunday. Rod left Friday morning to go get help but didn't come back. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he got hypothermia and frostbite or if some critter got him. But I can't walk out in this because I don't have the clothing. I mean, I feel fine. I'm not delirious, and I just have a hard time keeping my feet warm because I don't have any socks. I have them taped up with toilet paper underneath them. I just want to see my babies and my mom. I'm so sorry that this happened.
On the morning of December 2nd, the storm finally eased, giving her a small measure of hope and the determination to attempt escape. She packed a small bag with whatever essentials she could gather, including scissors and a flashlight, and even created makeshift gloves and socks from masking tape and tissue. As she stepped into the snow, the weight of days alone and the severe cold bore down on her, yet she refused to remain trapped. The journey proved far more exhausting than she imagined. Each step sank deep into the snow, sometimes forcing her to crawl and lean on her backpack for balance. Her body, weakened from days without proper nourishment and exposed to freezing temperatures, struggled to keep going. Hours passed as the cold took its toll. Her hands and feet lost sensation. She coughed blood, and her awareness began to fade under the strain. Just as her strength seemed nearly gone, the snowstorm returned with force, pushing her to seek shelter inside a hollow tree filled with spiders, where she stayed for 2 nights, barely regaining enough energy to continue. By then, her only food source, the green tomatoes, was gone, and survival felt nearly impossible. On December 5th, 6 days after becoming stranded in the unforgiving wilderness, Paula forced herself forward one final time, driven by the faintest trace of hope. That was when she came upon Rod's snow-covered body. He had likely died from hypothermia only hours after leaving to seek help. The sight was heartbreaking, but it strengthened her resolve. She understood she could not stop. Search efforts had been ongoing since the night they vanished, but no one knew about their detour to Burnside Lake, and severe weather had prevented aerial searches. Fortunately, Paula's brother Gary, aware of their past summer visits to the lake, went to check the area on December 5th and found her crawling along the road, dangerously close to death. Rain had begun to fall, and even a short delay might have cost her life. He rushed her to a nearby hospital, where she was treated for first-degree frostbite. After nearly a week of unimaginable hardship, Paula survived. She has since fully recovered and now lives safely with her family and children. Sometimes a single decision can change everything, especially in remote places where help is far away. If you were facing that blocked road in the mountains, would you turn back or take the chance and hope it would all work out? Tasha, a woman who sometimes posts short clips from her daily life, recorded a disturbing encounter while spending time by the river with her dog. What began as a calm and quiet outing quickly shifted when she noticed a man moving through the water in her direction.
What are you doing? You can't get out here, sir. No! Don't! They'll come! They'll come! What are you doing?
Her dog reacted immediately, picking up on the tension and prompting Tasha to begin filming. Later, she learned that the man approaching her had an extensive criminal record, including drug-related offenses, sexual assault, and weapons charges.
You're not taking my tube, boy. I'm recording. It is. I seen all of you. I got all of you on camera.
I'm with them, right?
Then go get with them.
Knowing his background made the situation even more alarming. Fortunately, her dog kept him from getting too close, and once he realized he was being recorded, he backed away. The moment stands as a clear reminder of how fast an ordinary outdoor activity can become threatening. Tasha's alertness, combined with her dog's protective response, likely prevented what could have escalated into something far worse. According to reports, the man eventually returned to jail for violating parole, showing how quickly reckless behavior can lead to consequences. If you were alone by the river and saw someone approaching like that, would you stay calm and record or leave before things went any further? This clip comes from the YouTube channel Travel Snacks, who was finishing her stay in Texas in January 2023 after spending time with her son and driving around Dallas to explore neighborhoods she might one day call home.
So my last video, I was in Texas and it was going to be my last day. I was eating my kolache and it was delicious, but then I just wanted to drive around a little bit more, looking for different neighborhoods, places to live possibly. And then that night I wanted to take my son out to dinner as just a thank you for helping me with fixing my pipes and letting me stay at his house for a few days and stuff like that. So me and my son had a really nice time. So this morning I got up, went to Planet Fitness, got my shower, read my Bible, and it's time to go. And I'm headed to Jacksonville, Florida.
She planned to travel from Dallas to Jacksonville, Florida, choosing to move at a steady pace rather than rush the trip. Instead of pushing through long driving days, she mapped out a route that allowed her to stop in different cities along the way, spacing the drive into manageable stretches so she wouldn't feel drained behind the wheel.
Every day. I don't like it when I have to drive like 5, 6, 10 hours a day to get somewhere. So I decided to just map out what the route is from Dallas to Jacksonville, driving 3 hours a day. What I've learned is never to exercise or exert yourself to the point of pain. So I'm just gonna take a quick walk, just get in some more steps. Fun little fact, I forgot about this place. Like I remember taking this walk before, but I didn't remember where it was in the world. And then when I pulled up, I was like, oh, I've been here before. So I'm in Bossier City, Louisiana. There's the casino. Next to it, which I'll pull up in a second, is Bass Pro Shops right next door. Outdoor World. Plenty of parking. See all these spots. Now I just need to find one that's a little more level. All right, this is a little better. I'll turn up the lights. This guy just tried to walk up to me. And then this guy with his lights that just flashed on me. I mean, I feel bad because he's asking for a jump, but you shouldn't, as a man, approach a woman asking her for a jump. Maybe when he saw that I was a woman, he didn't keep coming up to my van, but I just kept looking down. So it's a no for me. I'm in the back. Make sure I lock my door. He's just standing there back by his truck. Maybe he's just frazzled, but if it was me, I would definitely go in to the casino and see if there's like a security that could help. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Okay. Good job, guy. He's walking towards the casino. These are the fun... Well, it's only fun if nothing bad happens, but these are the fun things that I like to do, is have these little spy moments from my van, because I'm nosy. Alright. It's nice and quiet. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Life on the road in a van comes with unavoidable challenges. That includes facing unexpected situations that can impact personal safety, especially after dark. Living alone in a van also requires constant awareness of surroundings, particularly when parking overnight in public spaces. Choosing unconventional places to sleep brings its own considerations about security and comfort. Maybe the man in the parking lot simply needed help, or maybe caution was the smarter choice in that moment. When you're alone in a quiet lot at night, do you assume the best in people, or trust your instincts and stay guarded? The disturbing video comes from Wandering Wild Things, a UK-based outdoor adventure channel, where the host explores rivers, forests, and remote camping locations with her dogs, sharing real wilderness trips, campsite setups, and the unpredictable situations that can happen when camping alone. It is February 25th, 2026, in a riverside woodland area in the United Kingdom. The host carefully drives along a muddy track beside the river before stopping to inspect the campsite with her dogs. The ground is wet and uneven. Broken glass is scattered across the area, and she begins collecting it to keep the dogs safe.
What's going on? She's acting like there's someone over there, but I don't see anything. And Willow is not the barker. Willow doesn't do this. So if Willow's doing this, something's freaking her out. Hey, Willow, it's okay. Holly's not freaked out, though.
While walking around, one of the dogs, Willow, suddenly begins growling and barking toward the trees. The reaction is sharp and unusual, immediately drawing the host's attention. She pauses and looks in the same direction, trying to determine what the dog has noticed.
Hold on, you guys. Come here. Hey, come here. You might, if there is someone over there, I wouldn't sneak around. Hey, Willow. Olive, do you see anything? Do you see anything? Who's there? Willowdine, it's okay, baby. Willow, come here. Willow, what do you see? Come here.
She slowly moves around the campsite, calling the dogs back while scanning the woodland. She checks behind trees and along the nearby path, listening carefully for any movement. Nothing is visible, but the uncertainty creates tension. Willow begins barking again, this time in a different direction.
My heart's racing a little bit. All right. What is it, Will? I don't like this. Is it maybe the horse person that we saw earlier? Willow, come here. Willow, come here. It's okay. It is a road. Come here. Come here, Bibs. Are you okay? What is it? Her hair's not up anymore. Well, it is a little bit. She's acting like someone's around.
The host follows the sound and eventually discovers the source. A small armadillo moving through the brush. After the interruption, she completes setting up camp and prepares food as the temperature drops. The cold makes the night uncomfortable, and she eventually moves into the truck with the dogs to stay warm. Problems with the heater and bedding make it difficult to sleep, but they remain safe through the night. Camping alone in remote places always carries uncertainty. Sometimes the threat is real. Sometimes it is only wildlife. But when you are by yourself in the woods, every sound feels amplified. If you were there and your dog reacted like that, would you stay calm? Or would you pack up and leave? This video comes from the YouTube channel Lisa's Escapades, uploaded on September 8, 2024. Lisa lives an off-grid lifestyle, traveling solo and immersing herself in the outdoors. But being alone in remote nature always means your vulnerability is higher. She set out on a trail she had been planning to hike for a while. Early into the trek, she reached an area known for a reported Bigfoot sighting, and almost instantly the atmosphere seemed to shift.
So I just got here, and out this way, right behind one of those trees, I saw something really tall and dark. And I got my binoculars out to look at it closer, and it's gone. So that's kind of weird. It's all flooded out there too. So there was a sighting over here earlier this year or late last year. I can't remember the date. So that's interesting. So I keep hearing drum beats off this way. Now there is a road out here, but the drum beats I keep hearing have been for about, so I don't think it's a car going by. And there's no places to park around here, so that's kind of odd. I'm smelling something really nasty. It could be the standing water, but I don't know, it smells like trash.
The forest went still. Unfamiliar noises echoed faintly in the distance, along with a foul smell she couldn't clearly identify. The deeper she walked, the heavier the surroundings felt. Low growls surfaced at times, followed by stretches of silence that didn't seem natural.
I hear dogs barking at something, and it sounded like there was a big thump, and then they started barking, like a growl too. Where are these dogs coming from? Man, they were upset over something. It looks like straight through here, it looked like something big walked right through that grass, because it's all mashed down. See, it looks like a path going straight through here.
Step by step, she continued forward. Yet the sensation of being watched intensified. With strange sounds circling her, she became convinced that someone, or something, was following her through the woods.
There's definitely a trail going straight through here. And if you keep going that way, you'll run into the Florida Trail. I believe there's a campsite over there too. Like a remote campsite where you can camp on the Florida Trail. I keep hearing something clanking together.
She pushed on, determined to complete the trail, but that presence never appeared to fade. Even after she made it out, she remained certain she had not been alone. Maybe it was wildlife reacting to her movement, or maybe isolation sharpened every sound. If you felt that steady sense of being followed on a lonely trail, would you turn back or keep walking and hope it was nothing? This video comes from the YouTube channel Rachel and Tommy, uploaded on August 18th, 2022. Rachel and Tommy are known for their van life journeys, often choosing quiet woodland areas to camp with their dog. This trip began no differently, arriving at sunset, setting up camp, lighting a fire, and settling into the stillness of the evening. But that calm didn't last.
Oh, so where we are is actually kind of close to the road.
Yeah.
Might be able to see it. It was just getting dark, so we had to find a place. I have a feeling that it's not going to stay busy, because as soon as the cars go by, you can hear.
Nothing. I've been hearing some strange noises, but it's probably just the traffic and...
Yeah, but I don't think there's any traffic back out in there. I don't think.
I thought I heard an owl a while ago.
Yeah. This road is busier than I thought it was going to be. Thank you. Go away.
Unusual noises started echoing through the trees. Even though they were parked near a main road, something about it felt off. They attempted to dismiss it, focusing instead on the warmth of the fire and the comfort of routine. Later, people nearby needed help with a flat tire.
So we're sitting there, fixing to go lay down, and we heard somebody had a flat down here, so I'm going to walk down here and see if they need help. Anything I can do to help them, because this is the absolute middle of nowhere. So we go back to the van and get our 4-way lug wrench out of it, because they don't have one. Good thing I came down here. It's just the kind thing to do. You know, would I want that to be us stuck somewhere and somebody could at least offer to help, and they didn't? I'm gonna run down and see if I'm pretty sure I have a 4-way here in the van. There's a van back up over here.
Tommy stepped in to assist alongside others. Still, camping near traffic in the woods at night always carries vulnerability. Anyone can approach, anyone can observe. Even during simple acts of kindness, the quiet risk never fully disappears. Maybe the sounds were nothing more than passing cars and shifting branches. Or maybe the setting made every noise feel amplified. If you were camped in the dark and strangers stopped nearby, would you immediately step in to help, or pause and protect your space first? The next unsettling video comes from Stealth Camp Sweethearts, a US-based couple who share outdoor adventures focused on stealth camping, remote spots, and immersive experiences in nature. It is February 10th, 2026, at Peaceful Hills Retreat in Tennessee, United States. Michael and Ashley finish setting up their secluded campsite. As they relax near the fire, they notice a bright light in the sky. It stays still for a short moment, then suddenly vanishes without moving across the sky like a plane or helicopter would.
Can you imagine how much wood we would have to find? Because you got to think, that was a little bit of wood. I mean, if I had something...
Did not like that. What? What is that?
Huh?
Shit's getting crazy. We heard a gunshot and now whatever animal that is going nuts.
Coyotes? With a bunch of guys yelling.
No, it was an animal. I think it was coyote.
Well, it was crazy though.
Yeah, it was. I don't hear no more.
I can hear 4.
Later, while working to restart the campfire, they hear unusual high-pitched sounds coming from the forest.
What the? Do y'all hear that?
The noises do not resemble normal conversation and seem to travel through the trees.
Did you hear that? There was a noise out there.
Well, you bring Bigfoot over here. Do y'all believe in Bigfoot?
I do.
I mean, I believe in Bigfoot. But you bring his ass over here, what the hell am I going to do?
It's been a good birthday, though. Once this fire goes out, we'll probably be going to bed. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Once this fire goes out, we'll probably be going to bed. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Additional strange sounds come from deeper in the woods. They mention Bigfoot jokingly, but both remain attentive, watching the tree line and listening carefully in case something is nearby.
That was the first noise I heard because I got up to go pee. This is like 1 o'clock in the morning. Then when I get back in the tent, I hear, ah! And I was thinking if that would have happened while I was out here peeing in the dark, I would have died. But it wasn't long, maybe 10 minutes after that, I heard like roaming around the campground area over here.
I didn't hear nothing. I slept good. I was warm.
Yeah, he was snoring. I got hot actually while we were sleeping, kicked my socks off.
Our mattress lost a little air.
Yeah.
Hopefully it don't have a hole in it.
During the night, one of them hears movement around the campground after returning to the tent. By morning, they talk about the cold night and small issues with their bedding. The birthday camping trip becomes a night marked by subtle but uneasy moments. If you were camping in the dark and heard those noises, would you stay relaxed or start to question what was really out there? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.